And we are live.
Okay, three, two, one. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 18th episode of ShutterBugs, the show where three toy photographers talk about everything and anything geeky. My name is Finn, and I'm joined by my co-host Aiden.
Hello.
Hopefully Alex later, but we don't know. So hopefully he'll be on tonight on this episode. But Aiden, how are you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you? It's been a long time since we've recorded a full episode of this podcast, so good to be back.
Good thing I haven't talked to you over Fortnite stuff again.
Yep, exactly.
Fun vibes on there. But we do have a special guest today. Isn't that right, Aiden?
Yes, sir.
Special guest. Do you want to Christopher Young? Oh, said my last name wrong. Young? How's it going, guys? Wait, is it Young? Yeah, it's Young.
Nice, Finn. Nice.
Sorry. Yeah, Christopher Young. What's up? How's it going? It's going great, man. We're so happy to have you on. Is this okay? Hold on. I have a question. I don't want to be too intrusive, but is this your first podcast appearance? Why, yes, it is.
On any podcast? Ooh, we feel very fortunate then.
We have an exclusive thing here.
Good stuff.
We have three delicious poses on his very first podcast. Well, honestly, Chris, I'm just happy to have you. I know Aiden's the one, and Alex definitely is talking on the.
Yep, top of the list.
Thank you, thank you.
Chris, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing absolutely great.
Good. Start of a new week. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I've actually been working on this Namor shot since last night. Just taking my time with it.
Nice, good grind.
That's sick, dude. Yeah. So Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself, like where you're from, how you got started in photography, like all that stuff. Just a little quick summary. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, right now I live in Florida. I lived in Buffalo, New York, for basically almost my whole life, and I was born in Boston. And how I basically got into this art form. I've always loved, you know, Marvel, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, all those toys and movies and comics, cartoons and stuff like that since I was a little kid. So, and I've always been like recreating scenes in my room when I was little and stuff like that. So, I discovered Book Nice's channel in 2017. I saw him doing Marvel Legend reviews, and I saw his thumbnails, and I was like, "Whoa! How does he get those buildings in there, and how does he pose the figure, and how does he get the lighting like that?" And I started looking deeper into his channel, and I figured out ACBA. And later on that year, I bought the um, the Thanksgiving, no, the Black Friday sale cutouts, and I started posting stuff around. Obviously, the pictures were complete trash, but uh, uh, basically since then it started off. And then 2018, when I got lights, started making dioramas. 2018 was when it really got serious. Dude, that's awesome. You've been around for a little bit now. It's like over 2 years now. Yeah. That's sick, dude. I mean, I love that you found it through Bugs reviews too. Yeah. What were you saying about Instagram, Chris? Yeah, I've had the Instagram account since early 2017, and I was actually posting pictures of my collection and posing around figures before I got into ACBA. So I've been in the community for a minute. ACBA a little less than that.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, that's like shortly after I started too. I think a lot of people, I guess 20 like end of 2016, start of 2017 was a pretty popular year for everyone getting into toy photography or ACBA, at least through all the new people that I've been talking to.
Yeah, those couple years there, 2016, 2017, even 2015 too, were really big years.
Yeah. One quick thing, Chris. I think your voice is just appearing a little quiet in the live stream. So I don't know if you're using an external mic or just your phone mic, but might want to plug one in or just get closer to the camera or like the camera or the phone or whatever you're using, just so it picks you up a little better because we don't want you getting drowned out.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
I think so. I'll double check, but
I think you sound better, Chris. From my perspective, from my phones.
here, Chris, just talk for a second and I'll tell you.
Is that better?
Hold on. Yeah, the stream is still, I don't know, you still seem quiet. Do you have a microphone you could possibly plug in? Like a just a headphone, like headphones you use for your phone that you could just like a little earbud set that has a microphone on it, do you think or no?
Oh yeah, I got some little headphones here.
All right,
Can I plug
cool.
them in?
Yeah, that might help. And it's honestly less that I guess it's not coming out loud. It's just it feels so suppressed maybe by the microphone you're using. Finn, you can go in the live stream and listen to it and tell me if I'm wrong, but at least through my phone it's
Is
coming
this
like
better?
that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
That's better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So,
So, yeah, so you've been in ACBA for 2 years now, been doing toy photography like 3 years. Wait, so how old are you, Chris?
I'm gonna be 17 next month.
Oh, so you basically
so he's
started
16.
when you were like 14,
Yeah.
14, 15.
Yep.
That's sick, dude. That's crazy. I started when I was 12. I mean, not ACBA, but toy photography in general. So it's like by the time I'm 20 currently. I'm about to be 21 in like a month. But by the time you're for like a hot minute, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
crazy to think about like how I started out as a really young, like I mean like 12 years old is like an ultra young kid, and now I'm like slowly getting older, and I'm seeing younger dudes like you and Brian, and like even Aiden to some extent, like not very young but younger than me, like kind of get into it too.
Yeah, younger artists like that I really like to see come up. Like when I first got into the hobby, I don't know if you guys probably know his name, Avenger Vasti. He was a big inspiration for me because he got into it when he was like 11 or something back in like 2011, 2012. So watching his older videos, seeing how he sets up stuff was really my main inspiration when I first got into ACBA.
That's really cool. Having
Yeah.
someone that's like your age and your kind of experiences is always helpful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah.
When he was like 11 or something back in like 2011, 20.
Aiden, bruh, what are you doing?
Sorry, I figured out the problem. I've just been solving that. It's because when I
Okay.
plugged in my headset,
Okay,
the audio
well,
was
we
recording
can get
it
into our
through my
pickups right now. I can go first. Chris, you can go after me, and we can end with Aiden.
Got it.
Chris, have you listened to the show before? You know how the pickup section works?
I've listened to you guys' episodes a few times before, but is there like a specific way you guys do it?
So basically, I'll start. I'll just basically talk about everything I picked up in the last week or so. Go into detail about a few things, but we don't have to. You don't have to dwell on too many items very long. Just kind of talk about what you picked up, what you liked about what you got, or if you had a bad experience trying to get something, like if you've been looking for something and you couldn't find it. It's kind of like how your week's been going, like toy wise. So I've had a couple fun things happen. I've been doing pretty well financially, hopefully decently well. So I've been able to get a little bit more figures than I would normally. And so I went to my
Nice.
local comic shop and I found something that I had pre-ordered, but wasn't supposed to ship till November. And it was the Marvel Legends Kingpin from the new vintage or retro wave. I just found him sitting there. And I was like, hey, can I buy that? And his name is JC. And I used to have a pull list there a couple of years ago for like 4 years. He was like, oh yeah, Finn, for sure, just grab it. I'll ring you up. So I grabbed it, I got some trades, and then on the shelf I see Snake Eyes. And I'm like, oh, I don't have Snake Eyes yet. And I'm like, so I got that too. And so I was like so excited because I never got the Bath Kingpin, and now I finally have a Kingpin. I know Aiden has the Bath. Chris, you don't have the Bath, do you?
No, I don't. I didn't even get any of the figures in the wave, I don't think.
Me neither, man. I want to get Silver Sable still. but I still have not picked any. That's like one of the only Legends waves I never got one figure from.
That's funny because Silver
Yeah.
Sable's the only figure from that wave I've traded off and I don't own anymore.
Oh, that sucks. And you like 6-arm Spidey?
Oh yeah, I still have. Wait, no, because 6-arm Spidey didn't come with a BAF piece, so I didn't get him. I only got like the figures that came with them.
That figure was such a letdown.
Interesting.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
really was.
if you blackwashed it, it was a little better, but I mean, the articulation was just horrible. So there was no point in having it. But it was nice for like I know a lot of customizers used the bare arms that were on him for just like regular custom figures because they actually had really good articulation. But like no one was gonna use that figure.
Yeah. It looked like garbage, man. But yeah, so I got Kingpin, which is great because I have not seen him pop up like anywhere else, like except for like a few places in like California. So yeah, check your local comic shops; they should be getting it. What else have I gotten lately? I mean, I got Rider Series Punisher, which is a masterpiece. Love it, absolute
Lucky.
amazing figure. I'm just trying to what we talked about last time. What were you saying, Aiden?
Finn, you definitely have one big pickup to talk about.
I have not gotten there yet.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
getting there. We
Okay.
talking about Mafex?
I don't. I
Or
think we
talking about
were.
3A?
I think no, we didn't talk about either. I don't think because our last episode we might have talked about them on live streams like on the IG, but our last episode was before Comic-Con, and before Comic-Con, none of us had gotten Batman or 3A.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, then I'll talk about both of those.
Okay.
First thing on the list is 3A, our amazing, wonderful, fantastic friend, Mario, a.k.a. 796 Studios on Instagram. Beautiful photography,
the boy.
great guy. He sent me, and Aiden as well, but
And Alex.
He sent me and Alex, yeah, forgot about that. He sent me a 3A figure. I don't remember the name of it exactly, but it's this guy in like a red shirt with this like nice backpack. It is just one of the coolest figures I've ever owned. Like it is like the cloth stuff is absolutely incredible. Oh, it's so cool. I love it so much. It's amazing. Like it is actually really good. His feet fall off a lot, which really sucks, but he looks and so Mario sent me that. And then I also got in the mail the Mafex Hush Batman, which me and Aiden can both talk about whenever because we both own it, and it is one of my favorite figures in my collection. Like it is
Yes,
so
sir.
fun to pose, and I love the cape, contrary to what a lot of people say.
Fire.
I really want that figure.
Yeah. Dude, he is a beauty. I freaking
Yeah.
love him.
Easily.
Oh, it's so good, and he scales really well with icons, which is nice.
Yeah.
The only reason why I haven't gotten him yet is because I really don't know what I'd do with him because I haven't read the comic he's based off.
What?
Oh, don't tell Finn that.
Chris, bro. Hush. You
Yeah, I've
haven't-
heard good things.
Oh my god.
Yep.
It's
I don't
like
think I've ever read one
my
DC
favorite
comic.
Batman look.
Yeah, I recently read Hush again right before Hush Batman dropped, and it's the artistry is top tier.
Jim Lee is master. Oh gosh, the master of Batman art, like so good. But the figure's amazing. Aiden will probably go on about it too. Like it's one of my favorite figures. It's my favorite Batman story, so I've wanted a look from it for so long.
Yes, sir. What else you get? Finn?
Amazing. And then I got some other small stuff. Like I got the new retro Spider-Man.
Yep.
Which is
Hey, I don't think
pretty
you got the
I
whole
like it.
wave, not just Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I got like almost the whole wave. I'm missing someone. Oh, I didn't get Daredevil because he looks like doo-doo. And I really forgot how much I've been picking up lately. Yikes. Yeah, I got that wave. I got the retro wave except for Daredevil. All great figures. Definitely the standouts are Spider-Man, and I'd probably say Gwen.
Yeah.
I
for
really
sure.
like Pete.
I think Peter with a
Taylor
mod
Bugs
is
is like,
also
oh,
a standout, and you could argue Goblin would be the same if he had better eyes, but he doesn't, so
Oh,
you can't really say that.
100%,
But
dude.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, dude, definitely.
And I honestly,
And-
I know we
yeah.
disagree on this, Finn, but I think Electro is one of the standouts too. His sculpt and paint is like perfect matching. I know you hate the body, but I think like the sculpt and paint and look of him is there for sure.
He does look great. That is true. He looks amazing. But yes, that wave's great. Hopefully, and we'll talk about this in a little bit, hopefully when Alex gets on, but we're going to be on a more consistent schedule. And so then eventually pickups won't last 10 hours. So I'll try to keep it moving, guys, but that'll be really fun. I got a few other things. I'm trying to look around before I get to my last and final huge, amazing things that I've been getting. I got the snake eyes that I was talking about, the comic shop. And so then I went yesterday to this place called $1. You guys might have them near you. Look it up. It's called $1, like the number. And it was like 40 minutes away. But basically what it is, my friend Stones, aka at my boy Stones on Twitter, shout out to you, buddy. We go toy hunting a lot. And we were going, and he was like, hey, this place is basically where if you return something to Amazon, and this is from what I understand, if you work at Amazon, correct me, but 99% of the time it'll go to a warehouse where then they'll sell those returns to third-party buyers, or they sell them for cheap in their stores. So most of the time, if you return something, they'll clear it, but a lot of the time they will sell it off to third-party people that resell it. So I go to this place, and it also carries overstock. So like if Amazon is like 100 of this random thing that is not sold, they'll sell it to them at discount. But so I go to this place, and it is just like a warehouse with just rows and rows of these like waist level bins full of the most random crap ever. Like, you know, guys know the Amazon Basics brand? Like, if you just buy like charging cable iPhone and you get like the basic one, it's called like Amazon Basics. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, yes. They had like hundreds of Amazon Basic boxes of the most random crap ever. Like they had like monitor arms for computers to like dongles to cords to they had people's they had like Adidas shin guards, they had soccer balls, they had Easter baskets, they had food, they had like drinks, they had toys, they had collectibles, they have like the occasional vinyl, like anything you could possibly return to Amazon they had there. The only thing I didn't see was video games, but the way it works is every day, every week, the prices go down. So they restock Thursdays, it's closed. And then Friday, everything is $7. It's all brand new stock. And then every day it goes down $1 until it's like $1 or something. So like you could go on the first day and find the best stuff, but it would be way more expensive than if you went the last day where everything's like 25 cents to $1. You know what I'm saying? And so they don't even have like price tags on anything. Everything is just one price all day. And so I'm looking around. I found this really nice, like a $50 dongle for my computer for like $3. I'm looking around. I found that. I found like a Bluetooth like keychain finder thing. But the last thing, and the best thing that I found was I found the Hasbro G Joe Snake Eyes that I had just gotten 2 days previous. It's just in this bag in the box still, and the box is really beat up, and it's missing like 2 of its weapons. And so I'm like, oh wow, that's weird. I want that for $3. And so now I have 2 Snake Eyes. And then I contacted Hasbro and said, hey, I bought this Snake Eyes that didn't come with all of its guns. And so now they're sending me a 3rd Snake Eyes, which will be very exciting to have.
This man's cheating the system, I swear.
The hustle.
That wasn't cheating the system. I told them, I said, I bought this Snake Eyes and it was incomplete. Because it was brand new. It was sealed.
Yeah, but weren't you going to do it to the one that you had already gotten or no? And then you found the new one and
No, I was
ended
just going to mod it. Because the only thing that's wrong with it is just the pistol doesn't fit in the holster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just mod that. But so I got that, which is amazing. And then the last but not least thing that I have received, I have achieved my lifelong dream, almost achieved, of having like an army of Black Series stormtroopers. And over the last month, all I've been doing is tracking these down. I've been in quarantine for like 3 weeks because my parents had COVID or whatever, which really sucks. So I haven't been able to look in store. But when my dad got out, because he got out before me, ironically, he found a few, and then my buddy found a few, and then I found a few before quarantine. And so they've all been adding up. And I now have 11 Black Series stormtroopers and one more on the way, and a few on pre-order, but I don't know if I'm going to fulfill those. So I am the happiest boy ever. It is by far my favorite Black Series figure I own, and I own like 2 buckets full of Black Series. Like I have a lot of Black Series, and it is by far my favorite Black Series. Masterpiece figure, 10 out of 10, 5 out of 5 FPS. Beautiful. I recommend it to literally every collector, Star Wars fan or not. Like, it is the best figure that I've gotten in a long time.
Finn, you surpassed me on army builds. My highest army build I'd ever got was 10 of the AI ninjas, and now you've surpassed me.
Dang.
The army building G over here.
You see it.
I try not to go crazy with the army building. Like, Hydra soldiers, I have like 5 of.
I will say,
a
it's a deep rabbit hole to get yourself into. I know Finn can vouch for this, but once you get probably 4, you start wanting to get more and more. It just happens. Like every opportunity you have, you try to take it. And that's what happened to me with the ninjas, is they just kept going on sale and cheaper and better deals. And it just like gave me incentive to just buy. And I think the same was with Finn, is he just kept getting approached or getting told that there were stormtroopers out or that he saw them, and then just kept getting them, which is it's amazing. It's super fun and feels good. Not great on your wallet, but feels good.
No, I was telling Aiden, I don't think I'll be able to ever get this many figures again because I don't know how good my financial situation is going to be. I'm probably just going to have to keep saving for school and stuff, but it's like a big bang. I just have a bunch of those now, and I'm really happy. Like, that's all I've ever wanted was like army building. Like, that was my dream army builder, was just be a bunch of stormtroopers, and now I have them. And they're the best stormtroopers, bro. Holding the old stormtrooper and then holding the new one,
compare.
It's night and day difference, dude.
Exactly. Oh yeah, like the helmet is so much worse, dude. I was looking back at my old stormtrooper, and it doesn't even, like, when you look at the new model and like when I compare it to SHF or model kits or whatever, it's just night and day. It doesn't even look like it's from the movie.
It's so bad, dude. And the way it articulates is so much worse, too.
It's very,
like,
it's
even though they don't have double jointed elbows, it moves just as good. And then it's not as, like, clunky and ugly looking. And I don't know, is it canon that they have the gun holster? Because the new ones don't and the old ones do. So which one is correct?
Wait, so say that again, because I want to make sure I get it right.
So the new stormtroopers do not have a holster for their gun.
Yeah,
but the old
blaster.
ones do. Which one is canon?
So I don't know, because the SHF, they come with an accessory to have no holster or a holster. It's not like you can remove it and then it's just empty. Like, they have a thing that you can port in, so it's just the belt. So both are accurate. It just depends on like for example, I think without the holster is more accurate to like out in like the field, out on different planets, like I guess searching. Whereas on the Death Star, you frequently see them have the holster for their blaster, if that makes sense.
For sure.
So yeah, I mean, either way, again, it doesn't really matter. No one's gonna really nitpick that, but I mean, I will say, as you know, someone who owns a stormtroopers, I like having the holster because you can just put the blaster in there and it's like storage. You know, who doesn't like storage on a figure? But it is nice for articulation and not get in the way, and it looks a little cleaner.
Dude, they're amazing, man. I recommend them. I'm serious. Like, oh my gosh, dude, beautiful. Maybe in the future we'll do a giveaway and we'll give away one or something, because I think everyone needs to have one. Like, they're masterpieces. But yeah, that is my pickups. I'm sorry for holding everyone for 20 minutes about what I've got lately. I have some other cool stuff on the way that I'll talk about next week. But for now, Chris, I would love to hear what you've gotten lately, toy-wise.
All right, so last week and a half, I've gotten the new Zeo Red Ranger, which is a really nice figure. I've had a lot of people telling me the last year or so to get into Lightning Collection, and I've just been holding back. And I saw him at Target, and I got him along with the Time Force Red Ranger.
Nice. Is there a reason you picked those two? Like,
dude, he looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like them both. Really, really good articulation. I went to Target originally for the G.I. Joe figures, but there was absolutely nothing there. So I just figured, why not, since I'm there, just get into a different line, something fresh, something new. And I really like them. Very nice figures. And then before I got them, I got the classified Snake Eyes. So he's a really nice figure. I actually got the February Snake Eyes when he first came out. So like comparing the two and interchanging the accessories has been really fun to figuring all that out. So now I have two Snake Eyes, and what else did I get? I think that's about it. I haven't really picked up that much the last couple weeks. I've been saving up and stuff like that, so that's basically what I picked up.
Dude, that's awesome, man. Dude, that Snake Eyes figure is like the only hole you need, man. So awesome. It's such a good figure. I love it. And I'm not even a G.I. Joe guy, but I just love Snake Eyes design.
Yeah, the accessories are lackluster if you compare them to the other version, but just the figure alone is just amazing.
Good stuff.
For real. That's awesome, dude. Okay, Aiden, your turn, pal.
Wait. There's something else Chris has to talk about. It's not a toy, but it's something that just changed your game of photography.
Oh. Yeah.
Do you know what it is, Chris?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
Totally
like,
forgot. I got I got a camera, my first camera.
yes, sir.
So that's been amazing figuring out how to use it. I'm still in that phase of, trying to figure out all the little buttons, but I actually got the hang of it a little faster than I thought I would. It's been trial and error. Most of the shots I've taken so far I've really liked. A couple of them I reached out to some people like 796 to see what I can improve on, and they gave me some advice. So I'm in the learning process right now, trying to find my style again within the new camera. It's very different from shooting on the phone. Um, so my photos look 100 times better. I don't know if you guys have seen any of the stuff I've taken,
Oh yeah.
but to me they look 100 times better than what I used to take. Like the focus, everything just looks clearer. So yeah, that's been amazing going through that experience. I got new lights to go along with it. I literally forgot about all this other stuff. I got a couple new lights. Taking Alex's advice, I got two IKEA snake lights, which have totally leveled up my lighting in a way that I didn't think these things would. So two of those really helped me out, and I got a new tripod for the camera. So yeah, last couple of weeks have been very game changing for my art.
Yes, sir. Good
Dude,
stuff,
that's
man.
awesome, man. Your stuff's looking amazing. That snake eye shot is awesome.
Yep, agreed.
Thank you so much.
All right. So I guess I'm up now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, I'll start off with with the biggest letdown that I purchased. Finally, after weeks and weeks, I got the Mezco John Wick figure. What a letdown! I think if people watched my review or anyone's review, you know that the community was very hurt and disappointed by this figure because it did not live up to the reputation it put up for 2 years almost. This thing was on pre-order and being discussed, and everyone was super excited about it, and it was so lackluster and disappointing. So that was a bummer. But I mean, from afar it still photographs well, but they could have done so much better and didn't. So it was a pretty sad and major disappointment. But that was one of the big things. And then sticking on Mezco, most recently I got the gold skull that had been put up during Comic-Con, like the Ninja one, not the Gomez one, which I really like. I got two of him, but the second, his first pre-order just sold out instantly. I mean, I was surprised I even got one. But I debated getting two at the time, and I was like, I don't really need to. And then I ended up going back and getting a second one, but the pre-order was for, I think, February, I think, is when the second one comes. But I got my first one, and it bums me out because Mezco does such an amazing job with their Gomez line, whether it's the villains, the Rumble Society, or it's the Gomez figures, or just the supporting cast. They do a phenomenal job at sculpt, at accessories, at articulation, at everything about them. But then they absolutely drop the ball and overuse the Joker body with figures like Daredevil, with John Wick. I mean, it's very disappointing to see them not giving their other lines the attention and QC that they deserve. Again, amazing figure. Just sad that it shows the possibilities we could have for figures like John Wick and etc. So next in my, I guess, haul area in terms of figures.
Wait, Aiden.
Yeah.
Did you figure out what you're gonna do with that John Wick?
The second one? Yeah, I'm doing the trade. The Snake Eyes one.
Oh, have you figured
he's sending them to me. Yeah, he's sending them to me tomorrow, I think.
Want to tell him a little hint of what you have on the way?
Yeah. So I I'd gotten two John Wick figures. One, because the supply and demand was super high on it, and two, I had accidentally got them because the first one I had gotten because it had auto-charged my PayPal and I didn't know it. I just didn't see it on my credit card, so I was like, oh, I didn't get it. And so it failed, so I got another one, and then I realized it did charge my PayPal, and so I just used two different payment methods. So point being, I had two of them on the way, and I had tried to sell it way back when I first got it, but no one would take a pre-order. Everyone wanted it when it was in hand. So I got it in hand, and I sat on it for a while instead of selling it when I guess it was peak price. and now it's kind of back down to what it retailed for. So instead of selling it, I was like, I really want to trade it. There's a lot of new Marvel Legends I want that are coming out, Black Series, etc. So I wanted to trade it, and a guy hit me up with a very, I guess, out of the blue, unorthodox trade, and for 2 Hot Toys figures. So I won't say anymore, but they'll be coming fairly soon, and then we'll see what I do with those. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. But that is a very interesting trade that I have coming in. But yeah, continuing on figures. So again, I'll end with the Grail figure, but I got some NECA horror figures actually, in store and online.
Yes, sir.
Because I know me and Finn have been geeking out over the Halloween season and just getting ready to shoot the heck out of our Halloween figures. So I picked up, I think the new figures I picked up was the NECA Pennywise, the Tim Curry one, not the newest, Pennywise, the 2017 one. And I love that figure. Haven't shot him yet, but he's amazing. Can't wait to shoot him during Halloween. I love all the balloons he comes with. What amazing props. I love those. Those you can get so many uses out of. So super happy about those. And then I also picked up the Annabelle figure that just recently hit stores, which is very creepy but awesome. So I can't wait to shoot her also. Again, this October is going to be really, really eventful and full of Halloween pictures. So I'm super excited about that. Super excited.
Dude, yes. I cannot wait to see what you do with that, man. I just got the NECA Sam today. I didn't even talk about it, but it's freaking great. I love the NECA horror stuff, dude.
So, I mean, they do a great job with their horror stuff. That is definitely top of their I guess, licensing. And then last couple things to talk about real quick. I bought some props for my man Justin and painted them up. So I got I improved my prop game, as well as I got some crates from Marvelous Nick on Instagram. They're pretty big. They're amazing to shoot. They work perfectly for my displays, so that was amazing. And then my last haul, which Finn touched on, at least last haul I can think of, is the Mafex Hush Batman, which, I mean, is just, it's glorious. It's amazing, and some reviewers have been hating on it for whatever reason, but I mean, at least in my perspective, I haven't dealt with any QC issues. The cape flows amazing, the bendy wire works perfectly, and obviously there's still stuff to be improved upon, but I mean, the figure's amazing. So, and I know me and Finn and Alex, we all pre-ordered ours on the same day all together, and we were counting down the minutes till that thing hit our houses, our porches, and we were able to take photos of him. So I took a lot of photos of him. I know Finn took a ton too, and Alex took a couple too, and we're taking a little break, but I know we'll get back to it because I think that figure has a running at least for being the top figure of the year.
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh. It's like I've posted like 3 photos of it already, which doesn't sound like a lot, but the amount of photos I take, like I have like 1,000 photos in my backlog, literally.
Yes.
So like the fact that I've posted that many just shows how much I absolutely like adore that figure, man. It's impossible to put down.
Exactly. I also did forget about 2 pickups. I'm gonna talk about it real quick. They're actually pretty big. I'm surprised you, Finn, didn't remind me. But Snake Eyes. Now all 3 ShutterBugs have the Snake Eyes figure. I got him off Amazon. It was a pre-order for retail, so he just came unexpected, and I got him. So I'm super excited. Might mod him for the silver lens. I've been talking to Artwood's Toys about it, so super excited about that. And then a huge haul, which again I can't believe I missed out on speaking about, but I got basically the whole Mighty Morphin Power Rangers team.
Oh yeah, it's been so long, but I even forgot you got those.
I completely forgot too. I don't know how I almost missed that, because that was, oh my god, and of course 3A from 796, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, I got the whole Mighty Morphin team, and Brian and Geeky Fresh Junior's been telling me forever to get into this line and how amazing their articulation accessories are. And when I was a kid, I watched Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but that was really it. I mean, I wasn't a huge Power Rangers nut. I had some like Morphin gear and like stuff like that, and I liked it, but I don't really remember it too well. And so I always kind of liked Power Rangers, but I was never super into it, and I loved the look of Mighty Morphin. I still got to read some trades on it to make sure I got kind of my knowledge of the team and their villains, but I got the whole team for basically retail for every figure, which just was astonishing. And Finn wasn't with me, dude, when I did it. I literally just found like all these like eBay listings and Amazon prices, and I basically pulled the trigger on all of them within like 5 minutes, and I love them. They're amazing figures.
Great haul, man, for that. Oh my gosh! Now you need to expand a little bit and get some like the SPD Red is amazing. You need to get yourself Goldar and Zed.
See, I've seen Goldar, and see, I need to get the Lord Zed 2-pack, and then I've seen Goldar in stores, and I haven't got them. And I actually saw the Black Ranger in store too, and I'm tempted. I know I already own the Black
Like the
Ranger that
new
was
one?
modded. Yeah, the new one.
Oh, I need to get that.
I have the one that, was modded, the one I
Yeah.
got, but it still has like a little bit of gold on it, and I think the white is slightly discolored compared to all the other figures, so I definitely want the new one just to like compensate for that, and then who knows what I'll do with the old one. But yeah, so I definitely want the new one. And then last, again, 796 blessed all 3 ShutterBugs hosts with 3A figures, and we could not be more happy. I know me and Finn we've shot ours. I don't even know why I said me and Finn. Alex shot his a ton too.
Yeah, I'm about to say he posted it more than me. Dude,
Yeah.
I took so many photos, bro.
It's just
of that
it's
thing.
like a very, at least for me and Finn, Alex has this kind of cinematic-esque, very deep, dark lighting style that really suits 3A. But for me and Finn, it's kind of a change of pace from what we normally shoot. So it was definitely, at least for me, a learning curve trying to like really do it justice and make it look good. And I need to shoot it way more than I do.
What
Dude.
figure is that from?
So, Alex can explain it probably better when he gets on here because he'll talk about his hauls. But it's a certain, I'm spacing on the artist's name, but it's basically this guy that just does these like drawings of these characters all from his mind, and then 3A basically pays him, licenses him to draw them, and then they create the figures. So it's not from like a comic or a movie or anything. They're basically just from this one guy who draws these characters, and then 3A manufactures the figures.
That's cool.
And they're like really high quality, man. They're like import level,
Amazing,
like,
yeah. I
quality and details, and out of the best I've ever seen on a 6-inch figure.
Yeah, they're just such a cool like artistic style. Like they look really cool, and yeah, I love them. So I think that's it for pickups. We can talk
Is
about
that
binges
really
for a
it for
bit.
you?
Well, then I guarantee it's not. But I'm not gonna.
And you can
spend
talk about the
time.
Spider-Man figures. Did you talk about those already?
I think I got all of them in before Comic-Con, so I might have talked about them on the Comic-Con episode. But yeah, I got the whole Spider-Man wave as well as Finn, and again, I love the figures. That Spider-Man, for me, I know me and Finn kind of have very like little differing views on it, just about how much we like it. But I think for me, it's just the fact that I can pose it and not worry about it breaking or snapping, and I can really like mess with it and try to get it as, I guess, in good of a pose as I can, because not a lot of Legends figures are like these super posable athletic guys. Like you can't take Wolverine and get him into these like really deep like squats and like thwipping poses, obviously, as much as Spider-Man, Daredevil. Like those are the more acrobatic Legends. So, like it's really fun when you don't have an import. Imports you have to be careful about peg snapping, about how far you push it, about what's showing, etc. But Legends you can really just kind of like finagle with and like leave it up and not worry about it. So I just really missed that because my Pizza Spidey broke. So I think I was really excited to get it, and I have another. I think I have 2 right now of those Spider-Man. I have 2 more on the way at the end of this month, so I'll have 4. And I'm gonna try to get more just because I know how bad I felt last time I skipped out on the Pizza Spidey and some of the other Spider-Man, and I saw everyone else doing still motion, just having doubles and triples and customizing, and I really want to be able to just have them all to not worry about breaking or like rubbing the paint or anything like that.
Yeah, no, man, it's a great figure, especially if you don't own an import Spidey or the Pizza Spidey. Like it's a must-have.
Exactly.
My favorite thing is I put the Pizza Spidey head on the new body, and I think that's like the best look for it in my opinion.
Yeah,
but it's nice to have more like smaller eyes on one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, sorry, 2 more things to talk about, but Finn, I want you to talk about this too. War Machine. All 3 ShutterBugs
Oh my
got
gosh,
War Machine.
bruh. And I didn't talk about the clone either. I suck.
Dude, it's because it's been so long. We both are just like spacing on all these pickups we've got.
So true, man. Okay, you go for it, man. Talk about War
Okay,
Machine.
War Machine, I was pleasantly surprised about. I love the sculpt. I love the head sculpt. I love the classic look. The effects were great for Legends. They look fantastic. I mean, the figure is really, honestly, in my opinion, pretty much a home run from Legends. Of course, they could have added, different, spots for effects and, accessories and stuff, but that's true with any figure. I mean, with what they did with it, I'm pleasantly surprised and impressed.
Dude, yeah, it's amazing. I love how well it moves, too. Like, it doesn't have the amazing head articulation of the Iron Man one. I mean, not like it was amazing then either, but I think it's amazing, dude. I love that figure. Oh, it's so good.
Yep.
So good.
And one more that all the bugs got, Moon Knight, the new Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Moon Knight.
Yes, sir.
All three of us got. And I have yet to put a cloth cape on him, but I know you and Alex already basically finagled your situations and got the cloth capes on him, so I need to do mine.
Yeah, I had one, actually, which is ironic because I never have anything cloth good, but he's great.
Get a cloth cape for Doom.
Yes. Oh my God.
You said you got one?
Oh, I said I want to get one.
Yeah,
Me
I
too,
kind of I dropped the ball on my Doom because I got the cloth cape and then I was very stupid. I need another Doom because Alex was smart. He put he kept like the hooded head for Doom and then just put it on the cloth like cape and it looks really good that I have. But I pried Doom's head out of the hood so like I could use the cloth hood and it doesn't look as good at all. Not at all.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm still pretty happy with it. And then I guess my last haul, I think I'll probably remember something later, but was 6 of the AIM Army build figures. I got 6 of those.
Yeah.
And I'm super happy
Those are great.
Hasbro's been dishing out those Army builders. First we had Hydra, now we have AIM, and then I think we have the Hellfire Club is what's up right now. And hopefully soon to be Shield agents, and I mean there's a list of hand ninjas, there's a list of figures they can give us that would work for Marvel, so I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, man. Oh, great hauls, bro. That's awesome. I'm really happy for you.
Thank you, good stuff. All right, I think Binges is underway. Finn, you want to start off with what you're binging right now?
Yeah, I would love to. I'll keep this segment brief because we
Sounds
went on
good.
for so long about pickups. But a couple things. First thing is I watched all of season 1 of Euphoria on HBO Max. Have you guys heard of this?
Oh yeah, big thing.
Yeah. I watched the first season last year. I loved it.
So good, man. Very graphic. I was very surprised, but very, very good. I had heard about it last year as well, but I had not had any streaming service to use, and I just got HBO Max. And so it's been great on there. Absolutely loved it. Definitely a 5 out of 5 FPS or whatever if we still do that. And what else have I watched? I have been listening to some music. Nas's new album came out, and it was pretty good. Still waiting on Donda. I know Chris can talk about that with me, but Chris, how you feeling, bro? I'm missing those new Kanye drops, bro.
Oh man, dude, it's tough. Every album cycle, it's the same thing now. Ever since Yandi.
Ever since Life of Pablo, it feels like.
Oh yeah.
Pablo was delayed like so long, and then Ye got pushed back a little bit. Jesus King took forever to come out. Yandi, man,
I still have flashbacks of that tweet on 9/27/18. Yandi this Saturday.
Yeah, it came out. It was supposed to come out like the next day, and then it just never came out, and we were all just waiting. Like, wait, what?
Yep, I remember staying up all night for SNL, and nothing.
Me too. I watched SNL live, and I was like, oh, he's gonna drop the album afterwards, and he never did. Freaking sucked.
That stupid Lil Pump performance.
Hey, that was fun. I loved that.
It was pretty funny. Yeah.
So funny. Aiden, if you don't know, which you definitely don't, because Aiden hates Kanye. Kanye and Lil Pump did an SNL performance for "I Love It," their song.
Oh,
and
I remember.
Kanye dressed up as like a water bottle, like Perrier or whatever, and like Lil Pump was like a water bottle. It's so funny. But yeah, we're patiently waiting for Donda. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing if it ever comes out, which I really hope it does because everyone who's heard it says it sounds like the greatest thing ever.
Probably gonna get renamed and drop next year called Jesus Saves or something like that.
Jesus King was a good album, but not Yandi level, in my opinion.
Definitely not.
In most people's opinion. But yeah, Nas's new album was cool. What else have I been vibing lately? I've been listening to a ton of R&B, like usual, ton of old school stuff. I've been listening to Phoebe Bridgers' new album. I think I talked about that when it came out, but still on repeat. So that's been amazing. I've been getting into Mac Miller a little bit. Not a ton. He's cool. But Sean's new album was fine. Nothing really crazy. I've been rewatching some Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yes, sir.
That's joy. And I actually started Harley Quinn on HBO, and I'm like 11 episodes in. And from a person who does not really like Harley Quinn very much, pleasantly surprised. I'm really liking it so far.
Yeah, from what I've heard, and also Finn, we talked a while, I think like when we video chatted a little bit like a couple days ago, but we talked about how it's mainly like a comedy, right? Like it's pretty
Yeah.
pretty funny.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
I really like it, man. But yeah, that's about it for me right now. Just a lot of general stuff.
Awesome. All right, Chris, what are you binging right now? Music, comics, whatever.
All right. So with the comics, I got I got a Thunderbolts, Faith and
Nice.
Monsters. That's that run with Norman, Venom, Radioactive Man, Songbird, all those members. Very amazing comic. Kind of slept on too. I mean, that storyline is great from start to finish, man.
Dude, Thunderbolts are awesome, dude. So good.
Yeah, the Norman Osborn team is probably the only team that I really have knowledge on. Like the Luke Cage team and the Thunderbolts Red team or whatever it was called. Those teams I don't really know too much on. And the original team I don't know much on either. But the Norman Osborn run was spectacular.
Yeah. That's the only thing I've read too, is a lot of the Dark Avengers stuff.
Yeah.
And it's these Thunderbolts, but so good, man. So glad you're reading that.
Yeah, and for like movies and TV shows, I recently rewatched Infinity War and Endgame a couple days ago. So roller coaster of emotions. I cried, laughed. So what else did I watch? I haven't really watched much TV. Music. I listened to Big Sean's album. Really liked that. Nas's album was okay.
Wait, you like Big Sean's album more than Nas's album?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Big Sean's album was fire, man. Nas's album, I don't know. I just can't really get into like those slower, more like boom bat type beats.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
They're so good though.
I'm more of like a heavy bass type guy. I mean, not that I don't like them, but I just prefer more of the modern sound. What else music have I been listening to? I re-listened to Chief Keef's Finally Rich album. I don't know if you guys have listened to it.
I haven't heard it, but I've heard great things.
Oh, absolutely amazing. It's definitely reeks of 2012, 2013, but it's still a bop. Every song is a bop to me. Playboy Cardi's mixtape, self-titled mixtape, I re-listened to that. Really, I know he has an acquiring type style to people, but I really like him.
Yeah, I'm not a Cardi guy, but if you dig him, man, maybe I'll give him more of a shot. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not really into it. But if you send me some songs, I'm gonna listen.
He definitely has some bangers. What I do is I try not and focus on like the lyrics, but more so like his voice and his delivery and his flow. That's what he's more known for. Kind of like Young Thug, Gunna, artists like that.
Yeah.
But
cool. Yeah, dude, for sure.
Yeah, that's enough. That's for me.
Awesome, man. Good job. Yeah. What's real quick before we get to Aiden? What's your favorite track off the Big Sean album?
I really like ZTFO.
Yeah.
What else? I liked most of the album. ZTFO is the one that I've been banging a lot mostly. Lithuania, or however you pronounce it.
Lithuania. That is my favorite. I love Travis Scott, bro. Love Travis. Oh, so good.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of features this year.
He's been on a run, man.
He was on Wash Us in the Blood, Tican, and he's even rumored to be on the Jesus is King remix too, right?
Yeah, if that ever comes out, that'd be amazing. I'm flipping the Travis album. Asteroid was so good.
Yeah, that was a great album. He's on Hands On, right? On the remix.
Oh, is that him? Oh, the remix. I was about to say, I didn't think he was on Hands On. Yeah, I don't know. I have not heard anything about the remix in forever, man. I'm trying to stay away from all the leaks and stuff right now because of that whole crap show. But
yeah, Future sounds great with him on there.
He's so good, man. That's sick. Dude,
Yeah.
I love the one with Janae Aiko. Body Language, I think.
Oh, I can't get into like R&B rap.
No! That's like my favorite style of rap. No!
It's just not my thing.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. I respect it.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, Aiden. Let's hear you bore us to death.
Of course you'd say that. Honestly, I think I really only have maybe one or two binges. I think last episode I talked about how I'd binged Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which in my opinion is one of the greatest superhero cartoons, probably top 3, maybe even top 2 for me. But I love Earth's Mightiest Heroes. And then I think lately, really, I haven't I've read here and there stuff, and I've listened to no real new music, but I think the main thing, which I already get enough hate on from Finn and Alex, but I've been I've actually been watching for the first time the CW Arrow show. Not because it's great, it's not even close to any of the comics or source material. It's there's not great acting, but I just watch it because it's pretty entertaining. It's an entertaining superhero show, and it's fun to watch. And I'd already watched all the Flash because last year I'd gotten into that, and I really enjoyed that. So I was like, I guess I'll just watch Arrow because I have so much time on my hands, and now I've kind of gotten into that. And again, it's not, amazing. It's not good in terms of quality, but it's very entertaining. So I've been binging that.
That's sick, man. Killian, my little brother, my 15-year-old brother, has been watching Arrow for the first time. So you and all those 15-year-olds can enjoy it.
Hey, wait, is Killian watching it right now?
Yeah, no, I mean, not in this very moment, but yeah, today he was watching some.
Really? Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Next time, I'm talking to Killian as soon as I can. We're going to chat it up.
Dude, you
about Arrow.
should. Oh, he should. He'd say he wants to talk to you anyways.
Yeah, I miss Killian. And Sully. I miss Sully. I don't really miss Sawyer.
No, I don't either. We'll play. Hey, Chris, you a Fortnite or Fall Guys guy? You enjoy any of those games?
I'm not much of a video game guy to begin with. I used to have a PS4, but I sold it a year and a half ago. But I've heard good things about those games. Fortnite with the memes and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Yeah, we tend
they're really
to
fun.
game
Well, if you
quite a
ever
bit.
get one again, man, you can play with us because we play a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Nice.
I think we're done. In terms of toy news, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this, but there are just some little things which we'll talk about. The main things being just stuff hitting stores. I mean, a lot of pre-orders have been going up, but very few and far between. Probably one pre-order a week for something popular. Especially because Hasbro does their weekly, live streams where they probably, I'd say, I guess put up a figure on pre-order once a week probably. For example, the Logan and Hawkeye 2-packs are dropping. The X-Men Fox figures are dropping. The Riders Punisher dropped. He's kind of in stores right now. No new Joes, but Joes
Hold
are
on,
still
Aiden.
super hard to track down. Yes.
Aiden, hold on. Chris, did you get the tweet notification?
No, what?
This just in. Bing, 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 bing. At Kanye West on Twitter. I'm not putting no more music out till I'm done with my contract with Sony and Universal. On God, in Jesus' name, come and get me. No!
No, no.
No! Wait, so is he saying till, I'm sorry, Aiden, for cutting you off. We'll get back to you in a
You're
second.
good.
This is more important. No offense. I love you. Is he saying that he won't put out more music till he's done negotiating his contract? Or is he saying till his contract is up? Does he have a current contract there?
Yeah, he's been trying to get that contract over with since Yandi, bruh.
Oh.
He's been he's trying to pull a Michael Jackson, I guess, getting out of the contract. Dude, that's crazy. That's probably one of the main reasons why he delayed the album.
I guarantee it. I bet you that's probably the number one reason. He's had it in the tuck for 3 months now.
Yeah.
God,
He's been working on it since November last year.
Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know if I can carry on. I need this album. The streets have been so dry.
Oh man, that sucks.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
I'm so mad. And I'm sorry for interrupting you, bro, but that was
No, you're good.
like if it was any random tweet, I wouldn't have interrupted. But he said he addressed music for the first time in like 2 months, so I had to say something. I am like so sad. Universal, let this man free. Give him his stems.
God, remember the foam wall tweet the day the album was supposed to come out?
What? Oh yeah, the foam wall. Oh, bro, I was so mad. Do you see that Yandi Leaks got shut down?
Yeah, man.
Yandi
What
team
was
got
that,
mad.
like a month ago now?
Yeah.
Big rip. I was on that sub for over a year.
Yeah, I had only got on a few months before it happened because you told me to get in there. But because I'm not really into leaks, I kind of want to hear everything for the first time. But at that point, like the whole album had been scrapped, and so I'm like, well, I might as well hear it. You know what I mean? And I was pretty active on there, but which sucks. I'm not really on the Kanye subreddits right now. Like, there's no news. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real news happening. So what's really the point? At
the last few weeks.
Yeah, I'm dry. Okay, Aiden, I'm sorry, bro. Get back to what you were saying. I literally am so sorry, but I had to.
You're good. Let's see. I think that was mainly it. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else I was talking about.
Tour news. Some Mayfex stuff got delayed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of new stuff dropping. I mean, mainly Legend stuff, not really any imports because they're already kind of up to their knees with fulfilling pre-orders for the delays of COVID, so they're trying to work on their own stuff. Of course, there's been some little announcements, but they're very few and far between, so nothing too big has been really announced or released yet. So I think that's really it for toy news. Alex isn't here to talk about screen time. I think we'll talk about one topic.
Aiden, not less, but I know one figure you and I are looking forward to very much.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say it's toy news, but it's definitely something that me and Finn are anticipating highly, which is the NECA. I forget the name. Is it just the Ultimate?
Sir! The Ultimate. Ghostface, baby.
Yep. The Scream Ghostface. Oh, we're so excited for that. So excited for that. And then going back to screen time, we'll just really talk about this. We can talk kind of about the MCU and stuff, but there was some MCU news today. Let me find out. I'm going to pull it up real quick so you guys can kind of see the image while we work with it. But Jonathan Majors basically joins the MCU, and a lot of people have been rumoring him as King the Conqueror. I'm trying to, I think this is an image of it? Yeah. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think he should be Kang? He shouldn't be Kang? I mean, either way, it's been confirmed. I think he's in the MCU. It's just whether or not he's going to be King the Conqueror or not. That's really the debate.
Him as Kang would be cool. It's the problem of what movie he's supposed to be introduced in is that what I have an issue with.
Yes,
Ant-Man. I'm assuming if he really is King, it would be for the first Fantastic Four movie. That's what I'm assuming. Because they've had that movie in production for what, a year and a half now, writing it and stuff. They must be close to like filming and, well, if he is King, casting, you know.
Well, they're saying right now that King's going to be an Ant-Man. That's like, if you know, the level of confirmation that they have for him being King is the same level for him being an Ant-Man, I think. So it's pretty probable that he'll, and I think it's actually even more. I think they're saying that he's been cast an Ant-Man, but it's rumored he's playing King. So I think that's like the official rumor. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, guys, but I'm 95% that's the rumor. So I'm sad that he's being introduced in Ant-Man. I don't know how that's going to happen. I'm hoping it's like as an end credit scene or like right at the end, like something happens. He's not like the main villain of Ant-Man, because that would be horrible. I don't know why he would be. I mean, I don't even know how that'd work, because, you know, Scott Lang's not a scientist. You know, if it was a Hank Pym Ant-Man movie, then I guess it'd be a little more understandable, but I don't think it's really understandable at all why he's going to be in Ant-Man, at least, if that makes sense.
I just don't think the Ant-Man movies are very good, so I'm not really excited about it.
Like, I really liked the first.
Kang,
but the second, I love the action of the second, but I was really let down by the acting of the second. Really let down. But the first I really enjoyed. I thought it was similar to me with my experience, even though they're very different films. One's obviously better than the other with Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, again, Guardians of the Galaxy is so much better than Ant-Man, but it was like that fun kind of like funny aspect, and I really actually liked how they took the story. So yeah, so I liked it, but not a lot of people did. You know, it was very, you know, hit or miss for a lot of people, so it just depended.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But yeah, so either way, that's the main screen time news. Obviously, Black Widow's been delayed to Disney Plus. And other than that, I feel
Sucks,
like
dude. I want to see it in the theater.
Oh, that's on Disney Plus now?
Not yet.
Is it... When's it going to be on there? November?
I think so. Going actually
man,
off
yeah.
that news, you know, piggybacking off Disney Plus, but Mandalorian season 2 was announced that it was coming. I think October.
Yeah.
Does anyone know the date? I think October like 30th or something like that. It's the end of October.
Something. No, I think it's earlier. I think it might be like in the 20s.
10th maybe. I don't. It's one of those dates. But either way, Mandalorian season 2 is coming, and I know everyone is insanely hyped about that. And I'm still searching for a Mandalorian figure. I swear.
Me too.
No, Finn, shush. You have one. You have at least a Mandalorian.
Bro, we both need Mando.
I don't have a single Mandalorian figure. You have the old suit, so you
true.
still have something
That
to
is
shoot.
true.
I need.
Well, if anybody finds 2 new Mandalorians, or 3 if Chris wants one too, please
hit us up.
So just at ShutterBugs Podcast on Instagram or email us. I'll link everything at the end. Don't worry.
Yeah, so we're really excited about Mandalorian. Obviously, first season was amazing. Everyone thoroughly, people who aren't even Star Wars fans tuned into that and thoroughly enjoyed it. So it really hit a home run, at least in terms of capturing audiences from, you know, just all walks of life. So a lot of people really tuned into that. And I thought it was a great show anyways. I thought they did a great job with the episodes and the different directing and visuals. I think it was amazing. So I'm super excited for this second season.
Dude, same, man.
But
Chris, you a big Mandalorian fan?
Yeah, I really liked the first season. I don't remember if I finished it all, but I think I did finish the whole season, but it was really nice.
Yeah,
I was obsessed when I first watched it. I was obsessed with getting an IG-11 figure because I thought his little cameo appearance was really cool.
Yeah, IG-11 played a really cool role in the whole show. You know, his arc, I guess he wasn't in it for all of it, but the first and last, like, 2 episodes were really good. And echoing freaking Alex, if they change up his suit, like, second episode of this new season, I'm rioting. I swear. Like, we had all these toy companies, you know, Bandai.
Yeah, no, 100%.
And
Dude,
freaking-
they better not touch that thing.
Yeah, Bandai and Black Series just released right away their, you know, the brown, his, like, first, I guess, release of his armor in the show. And then literally, I think end of second episode maybe is when he gets his new armor, and everyone's like, really? We just bought like all these figures and now he doesn't even have this armor anymore. It's like useless. Because it's one thing for, you know, him to get it like halfway through the show, but it's another thing to get it like right off the start and just be like, okay, we barely got any time in that suit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, bro.
But yeah, so super excited about that. Other screen time news, anything you guys want to talk about? Any shows that are... Oh, I guess we'll talk about one of the biggest events that kind of hit during quarantine, DC Fandom. I don't know if you guys ever tuned into that or really saw any of it, but they actually released quite a lot of news for example, the Black Adam movie. They released a teaser with The Rock because that's going to be coming out. And I know Finn, I don't think really cares too much about the DCU. I don't
Not too much.
I don't really either, but I still watch it. You know, I like to kind of see what they're doing, but I'm not like actively keeping up on the news. I mainly tuned in because they had some cool announcements for some of the animated movies and shows, as well as I mean, actually that was really it. The movie stuff was kind of there, but the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League has been basically teased a ton. They showed a ton of new clips from that movie, and they're going to be releasing that, I believe, on HBO Max.
Bro, do people really care about that?
I actually really want to see it. I didn't love the Justice League movie at all. In fact, I thought it was a huge disappointment. I doubt I'll really love the Snyder version a lot more, but I still want to see it. I mean, I really like Henry Cavill as Superman. I love Man of Steel. Man of Steel is one of my favorite movies, superhero-wise. It's just, I don't know, I just love his interpretation on Superman. Batman vs Superman I really didn't like, although Batfleck I guess was pretty good, but
Yeah, he was great.
Aquaman I didn't love. Shazam I thought was kind of corny and tacky, and there wasn't a lot of good action. So I really don't love the DCU, but I'm really excited to see this Justice League cut, 'cause what I've seen so far with Darkseid and a lot of these like cool, I guess, scenes and clips, it looks actually pretty cool. So I'll definitely be watching it at least when it comes out. But that was the main thing, was the Snyder cut. We got details on the Flash movie. Michael Keaton's gonna reprise his role as Batman in that movie. Ezra Miller's getting a really cool new Flash suit that's less like blue lightning, very mechanical. It's more smooth red light, or like I guess orange lightning, and like the red smooth suit, kind of similar to the CW show type of deal. So that'll be really cool to see. And Batman, Batfleck is also returning in that movie as well. So that'll be really cool to see. And if for those who don't know, DC basically linked their CW verse with their DCU through the Crisis on Infinite Earths whole phenomenon. So it's gonna be, we'll probably definitely get some crossover in that movie if Barry's gonna be running between the multiverse.
Wait, how did they link it again? I never watched it.
Ezra Miller came so Flash ran into the multiverse and Ezra Miller talked to that Barry Allen and they had a whole conversation about it. So they did a full 100% it's linked type of deal.
Wow. Well, if for people that are excited about it, I'm very happy that you're getting it. I'm happy.
It's gonna be cool. I mean, I'll definitely watch the Flash movie. I personally actually like the performance of I think it's Grant Gustin who's on the CW a little more than Ezra Miller, but I'm still gonna be watching it. And Black Adam looks good. Again, I didn't love the teaser for Black Adam. The way Rock was talking, it's not how Black Adam should talk. Obviously, he's Egyptian. He's very old school, and I hope that was not how The Rock's gonna talk as Black Adam. He was just being The Rock talking about the story. But either way, that'll be cool. And then I think that's the main news from DC fandom, and I think that's really it. So if you guys are done with screen time, we can kind of get into our last topic.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
We all done? We good to go? Chris,
Yes,
anything
sir.
you want to talk about the screen time, or are you good?
I got nothing for that.
Sweet. Okay, now we're going to talk about one of the best sections of the ShutterBugs podcast, one of our favorites.
Before that, Aiden, we're
Yes.
forgetting something. We should ask Chris just for 5 minutes about.
You don't want to talk
greatest
about that
bugs.
at the end, or do you want to talk about it now? I was thinking we could bookend with that news because it's kind of like a plug, and we can
Okay.
interview him about it, type of thing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, my bad, bro.
No, you're
My
good.
bad, bro.
Good thing reminding
I
me
cannot
too.
talk today.
Okay, so we're going to start with favorites. This is our section where we talk about our favorite picks of the week normally. However, we haven't kind of met for a while, so this is kind of all-encompassing. But I think we all picked ours from the week pretty much. So anyway, Chris will be leading us off with his favorite pick of the week from Avenger Vasti. Chris, if you can pull it up on your phone and talk about it, I will share it to the live stream for you.
How do I pull it up on the phone?
You should just go into the chat that you saw, and you should be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. I got it high definition so you can talk about it. So,
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Talk about what you love about this photo. What stuck out to you?
What I really like about this photo is the composition, the focus, how the AIM trooper back there is out of focus, and then you have Zola walking with the other AIM trooper, giving him the rundown of the base and stuff like that. It just looks really clean and really looks like a movie scene, like a still from a movie scene. And the lighting is really clean, very simple lighting, but it does the job. The posing on Arnhem and the AIM trooper looks very nice. I mean, all around to me, it's a very nice shot.
Good stuff. Finn, what are you thinking about this?
Yeah, man, I like the depth a lot. I like how you see the extra AIM soldier in the back, and I just think it's pretty well composed. You know what I mean? That's your eye, how it has the 3 characters in a row, it really guides your eye through the photo. And I just think it looks really good, man. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, echoing off Chris, it definitely looks for me actually like a still from Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the show, or a comic book. I mean, the lighting is super clean, like Chris was saying. I love the colors. This is it's a very white setup, but there's still a hint of blue in the back, which is nice. It gives a little pop. I love the poses on the AIM troopers, like Chris was saying, with the guy holding the file and Arnim Zola, obviously standing the way he is. I mean, I really dig this shot. I think this was a great choice, Chris. I saw Alex's like on this photo, and I accidentally said Alex. All right, next. Finn, do you want to talk about yours next?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
My favorite photo of the week comes from a favorite photographer of me and Aiden's, which is Faceless Trooper on
Yes,
Instagram,
sir.
faceless_trooper. This guy's stuff is amazing. He takes these hot toys and sideshow stormtroopers and just makes them look like they're masterpieces, man. And this one has a stormtrooper holding his gun, kind of like looking outside, like across like the woods or whatever. And it is just so good. It's very poignant. I really like it a lot. Just the way he does like texture and stuff too is just amazing.
I completely agree. I know me and Finn have been kind of on the lookout for some hot toys for us, specifically
I need a
troopers.
hot toy storm or sand
I know.
trooper, like ASAP.
We've been looking because I mean, again, Faceless Trooper and other I guess outdoor Star Wars photographers have really been inspiring us lately. I know I just did a shot with stormtroopers that was inspired by these guys, but the lighting is just so clean. It's so soft. It's outdoor. It has a very gray noir tone, which is just amazing. Very, very Star Warsy. I literally can't say enough of good things about this photo. This is an awesome style. Chris, you got any thoughts on this?
It's a very nice shot.
Can you see it? I don't think you can see it, can you?
Wait, where is it?
Just go to the live stream on
That's one I
YouTube
did
and just
not.
turn down the volume if you want to be able to see it. It should be on there.
Where should I see it?
Go to my YouTube channel where you normally watch the podcast, and it should be on there. It's A1 Groundwalker. But it's just a picture of a stormtrooper. And again, very clean, very portrait style, outdoorsy. This is how I've seen a lot of people who do, outdoor photography, and they use like out of scale leaves. They forget like they actually have to have in scale props. And luckily, if you have a macro lens like me and Finn do, or in like Faceless Trooper, etc., you can really get a very low f-stop to really capture the focus and get it like really close to the trooper and blur out everything else. So even, I've shot my figures against my house, and with my lens obviously being in focus to only the trooper, it's blurred out the house, so it just looks like scenery like this. So it's just beautiful.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, so I have the shot up. This is very nice. I really like the black and white. I really like the simple pose on the stormtrooper. The blurred out background really adds some nice little scenery. It looks like he's shooting outside.
Yeah.
Everything looks really nice. Clean lighting. Really like the addition to the black and white.
Good stuff, man. All right, now on to my favorite picture of the week, which is just, do we got to say anything? Look at that. Look at this photo. So this is done by our very
it looks
own.
kind of crappy. I'm gonna be honest
Don't
with you.
get out of here. This is done by.
And to preface, it was gonna be my favorite before Aiden took it.
Yes, I
Swine.
snagged it. I had to. This is done by our very own co-host Alex Richardson. He posted this up earlier this week. He did a very similar technique. Back when we basically started the podcast.
Yeah, like 2 years ago almost.
Yeah, because he didn't have his camera yet, his phone, and he had just gotten his Punisher, and he did a kind of a cover art tribute of Punisher throwing up some bullets, and he used some, I think it's just clear plastic or tape, it's one of the two, but he revisited that here with his new diorama, and look at this, guys. This is an easily tangible way to get things suspended. Look at how clean this looks. Look at the lighting hitting the side of Magneto's face. The pose is great. I love the framing, I guess it'd be framing, on how he kind of is staying to the left third with Magneto, but he's still coming across. He's not fully centered. I love the throne. Again, the lighting is perfect, and this figure's gotten insanely high praise from a number of greats in the community, from Articulate Comic Book Art, the page. I think this might even hit 1K in the group, and for sure, hopefully on IG, and I'm going to bump it and share it till it does, because this figure, or this, I guess, photo is phenomenal and definitely deserves all the praise.
It's so true, man. It's one of his best, if not his best photo. Easily one of his best, if not his best. It is amazing looking. He really leveled up, I think, with this shot. He's already making amazing work, but it's this is next level.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure. 100% agree. Chris, you got something to say about Alex's newest chess photo?
Oh, yes.
Also,
Very, very great work. I really like the effect he used. Very, very good tangible way of showing him, doing that. The pose with him sitting down, very nice. I really like the lighting coming in from the window. That yellowish orange light. I really like that. The lighting overall just looks spectacular. His lighting is always on point.
Good stuff, man. All right, I think we are ready to go into critiques. Finn, you want to start with your critique?
I will. Yeah, me and Aiden are going to show some photos that people have submitted for critiques. And Chris, please give your thoughts as well. I'd love to hear them. I picked a shot by Justin the Zilla on Instagram. Great guy. Always submitting stuff. So thank you so much for doing that, man. It was the Power Ranger Zeo Gold Ranger. And already, I mean, I think it's good. I think it's great. He got 400 likes on it, which is great. I mean, good job. I think the pose is cool. I think it could use a little bit of fine tuning. Like maybe we could see a little bit more of his back arm, or maybe like straighten out his forearm on his right arm. I think that could really help with something. Maybe angle him differently. But I see what he was trying to do. He was hiding the stand by putting it behind his right leg, which is something I do a lot, which great technique. I mean, it's awesome. And yeah, I think maybe light the backdrop a little bit brighter. You know what I mean? Make it, if it looks like, if it's supposed to be sky, make it look more bright like the sky. You know what I mean? What are you thinking, Aiden?
I completely agree with all of that. And I will say it's definitely, I mean, I think Finn, you and me can both agree on the left. It looks like an Extreme Sets wall. Just because it doesn't have, very much texture at all. It looks like it's printed off, and it looks kind of like the Extreme Sets, like Asylum wall or something like that, or maybe Subway. But I would try, if you could, try to make something else, only because during the day it's really hard to shoot Extreme Sets if you're doing a daytime shot that's outdoors. Extremely hard. And the reason why is because you need a lot of light, like Finn was saying, to blast your backdrop. In this case, I think it definitely could be brighter to really show like a daytime sky. And the problem with that is then you get some harsh lighting on the Extreme Sets, and it reflects those lights off of obviously the kind of, I wouldn't call varnish, but the glossy, I guess, finish on the Extreme Set walls. And it's just hard to get that realistic tone. As you can see, if you guys can see my mouse, there's a little bit of a reflection here of a light, just a tiny bit. Or actually, I think it's mainly of actually the blue backdrop here. And it just doesn't look as realistic. So if you can make something else, but I mean, honestly, again, like Finn was saying, I love how you hid the stand. That's great. I think his right arm could be a little higher, just kind of up more, I guess, horizontal instead of kind of aimed down. Or if you want it to stay down and he's kind of gonna land on his fist, then I would raise his left arm a little up and behind him, possibly, and maybe again get more bend in his knees. Just kind of fine tune, like Finn was saying, the posing, the lighting, and you could definitely have something special here. And if you wanted to, just to help, you might want to turn this into, I'd say, a nighttime setup, but the black would kind of blend. But if you did a nighttime setup and then you backlit the Gold Ranger with like some gold lighting, like some yellow lighting or something like that, that could really make this pop. And you wouldn't have to worry about the reflection in the Extreme Sets, wall here. So that might help. And again, I think me and Finn both say always try to take variants when you do a shot like this, with different backdrops and setups. So again, I think the base components are here. Just a little bit of fine tuning would push this over the edge for sure. Chris, what about you?
I just think the posing needs a little bit more exaggeration. Power Rangers, they get into these, wacky stances, jumping up, with the fighting and stuff like that. I just think something more, I don't know, just something more exaggerated, something more pleasing and cool to the eye. Because, it's the main subject. There's really nothing else in the photo. It's just the Ranger up front. So just something more eye-catching with the posing. But yeah, I actually think the lighting isn't too bad. I actually see the shadow on the blue backdrop, so just hit up the blue backdrop with some more light, like you guys said. But and maybe separate the Ranger a little bit more from the wall back there, because his thigh is touching the wall a little bit there. So maybe, but yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about that.
Cool. All right, now we'll move on to my critique. If I can,
Yes, sir.
I gotta zoom out of this. There we go. All right, I wanted to choose this photo. This is obviously, first I'll talk about the person. So this is, I don't know if I'm gonna say it right, but it's Baron Okun. He or she, I think it's a he, is very good at posting with our hashtag consistently, always looking for advice, for help with their shots. So I'm extremely happy to do this. First of all, I love the depth here. I wanted to talk about that. There's a lot of things I really like about this photo. I love the idea. I love, for majority, I like the poses. Just a little bit of fine tuning. So the first thing I know, because I definitely do this, but he's leaning bullseye against that wall. I can tell by his right arm, and I'm definitely partial to doing this. If you're gonna do it though, what I would recommend is, one thing that stood out to me is both Daredevil's foot and Bullseye's foot are kind of, I guess they're pointed towards the camera a little bit, instead of like in the direction they're supposed to be running. For Daredevil, it's the foot that he's leaping off of. It's kind of pointed away instead of towards where he's leaping to, which is just, again, these are nitpicks. And then Bullseye's foot's pointing towards the camera, and he should be running, towards the wall and around that way. So that's just a little nitpick. Now, the big things are just, first of all, I love Daredevil's billy clubs. I think the posing here is phenomenal. I definitely think he looks like he's throwing it. One thing is Daredevil's line of sight could be at Bullseye. It's kind of down into the alley for whatever reason. Maybe he's trying to it makes no sense because he's not trying to watch where he's stepping. He's blind. So if you could get it either at Daredevil or just make it, I guess, make a little more sense. Again, he's blind, so you have some leeway there, but I still think the pose is good. The lighting on the cutout could use some work. If you could possibly light this up a little bit more. This looks like an older cutout, so the colors aren't super saturated, so it definitely looks a little older, and the blacks aren't super deep, so that obviously provides a struggle, but it seems like it's not fully in focus, and there's a little bit of a white crease line, so just be careful with that with your cutouts. I really love the soft lighting in the front here. That looks really good. I would recommend probably black felt for your backdrop, or maybe black poster board instead of blue, because obviously this is a nighttime scene, and mainly you don't see blue skies in the dead of night like this. So that's just a little nitpick. And again, I think the backdrop, your cityscape, looks great, but I think it's a little too bright. I think the black in these buildings, these silhouettes, or in this case whatever color you're using, needs to be deeper. It looks a little bright, and if you want it to be brighter, maybe use like a yellow light to really, I guess, accent the yellow windows in this cityscape, because that will really sell that it's like an actual city. But definitely, maybe it's just printing. Maybe that's why the cutout's a little faded, and the buildings in the back are a little more like brown instead of black. So that could be the issue. And you definitely have worked around it. I definitely like the scenery, and the dial looks great in the depth, but I think these little fine tunes, if you can end up doing them, will really make this thing pop and become an amazing photo. Finn, what are you thinking about this?
I really like it a lot, actually. I just think that, like, a lot of what you said, like work on the cutout, I would definitely change the backdrop color. I think that even if you went with like a deep purple or something, and then maybe lit it from the bottom, and really tried to give it more of like an ombre, like a more of a like gradient effect almost. I think that could really work a lot. Also, just to eliminate the shadow of the moon on there. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep, like that could definitely help. And I just think that, like, and to work on the posing a little bit, maybe just saturate the colors a little bit more in post. Like, I don't know if that's taboo to recommend doing something in Photoshop, again, but you know what I mean? Like, just maybe upping it up a little bit, because Daredevil looks kind of like brownish instead of gray.
And I think we've always talked about, the main, people in ACB are very sensitive about, editing photos, mainly Photoshop. That's kind of the big up in arms debate, I guess. But all of the greats, including Boog, a lot of people have said, like tweaking stuff in post is not, it's not legal. It's not even frowned upon. A lot of the big guys do. I know Boog tweaks his photos, and for me, I do. And I've talked to Finn and Alex, I'm starting to use Lightroom a bit. But normally what I always do is I just take the saturation of the color and I turn it all the way up, and then kind of play, just make sure like the brightness is where I want it to be, and that's it. And that's perfectly fine, because again, cameras aren't going to capture, the color of these sets really well. So if you want it to pop, you can always do that kind of stuff. So we don't frown, no one frowns upon that really at all. That's definitely accepted, and I think that's great advice from Finn to do that for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bud.
But yeah, I like it, man. I think you're on a great road there, especially with the city looking cutouts. I've been looking for those forever, and they look really good. So you're doing great, man. Keep it up.
Good stuff. Chris, you got anything to say about the setup?
Hold up. Like the shadows on the pop-up city, with the backdrop, that could be fixed. Maybe just like different lighting and setting, like you guys were talking about. The posing isn't too bad. The posing doesn't look too bad at all, actually. Very nice dioramas, but yeah, just the lighting and maybe the backdrop could be changed. That's all I really have.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Sweet.
I think that's really the whole episode, guys. I'm pretty...
Before I have to get going in a few minutes, but Chris, would you like to talk about what your project you've been working on Instagram? Just real quick.
Oh, yes.
Create a state of mind.
So, what I've been doing for the past like month and a half, I gathered up a bunch of really good artists, some up-and-coming artists as well on Instagram, to create this group called Creative Stream of Minds. We created our own page, and what we do on there is we show the creative process of artists, and we really get into what they've done with the shot, the seaside, behind the scenes. We have our own group chat on Instagram where we go back and forth with ideas. People share their projects and we post them sometimes. We're at like 70 followers right now on Instagram. Steady growth. Hoping to make it by 100 within the next month. A lot of people coming and going, looking at the page. So just really something to unite people and to get people into more of their artistic side, and people to stumble upon this and be like, oh, what's this? What's the lighting and stuff like that. So yeah, that's basically what I wanted to do. Just something to bring artists together in a really cool way, something a little different. I know there's Facebook groups like The Grind and Plastic and Paint, but there's not really anything on Instagram like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I just wanted
100%, man.
I just wanted to try something new on Instagram, and it's been working out pretty well so far. So if you guys haven't already checked it out on Instagram, at Creative Stream of Minds, no underscores, no nothing, no caps, just that. Go check it out, give it a follow, maybe join the group. But yeah, that's basically all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, and it's great, man. You have a lot of great dio makers, a lot of great photographers like Alex, Aiden, and I are all in it. Mario 796 Studios is in it. So you got some really like people who have been doing this for a while, like veterans. You know what I mean? So I definitely recommend checking it out. You can get a lot of good tips from people who have been doing it for a long time and are like eager to share how they've been doing stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
John Connor actually wants to become a part of it, but I don't know. He hasn't really hit me up about it since like a month ago.
Oh dang, man! You got to talk to him. John Connor's great.
Yeah, I love John Connor. He's a good guy.
Real cool.
All right. Well,
cool, man.
You know, for our last couple plugs, of course, you guys can watch this on Apple Podcasts and my channel, Aeon Groundwalker. And then Finn, of course, you can go to both of our individual pages as well as Alex. And we are super sad Alex couldn't be here today, but he's just been stuck at a family event. So hopefully we'll get him on next episode. Finn?
Yeah, I said hopefully next week. You can follow us at Finn Aiden and at A1 Groundwalker and at Delicious Poses on Instagram. You can follow us all there. If you feel so inclined, write us an email at shutterbugspodcast@gmail.com.
Please, for the saint of Finn, write us an email. He's been going insane. We have none.
I want emails more than anything in the world. But what I want almost as much is if you go on Apple and you leave us a positive iTunes review, that would be, or negative if you want, that would be really awesome. I would really appreciate to hear feedback and hear what you guys are thinking. We have a lot of backlog that's not on iTunes, but I'm working on that currently. It should be up by next week. When you hear this, it is mid-September. So hopefully by
2020,
next week, they'll all be up there. Yep.
Yep. And then
Yeah.
one last thing right before Finn signs off. Sorry, Finn, I'm just going to talk about this for a real second.
You're good.
But we have a lot of cool new ideas for the podcast about, when some of us can't record and some of us can. So hopefully every single week we're going to be getting you guys some form of an episode. And Finn really has been spearheading this. So I'm super excited for where the podcast is going and can't wait for you guys to see all of the new info and all the new episodes we're going to be releasing. And new events too, because we have something really special lined up for the next episode.
For sure. I'm very excited about it. We're going to be doing a lot more focused episodes on certain types of content. We'll be doing reviews. We'll be doing live streams where we can talk to you guys in the chats. Shout out to Fernie at Action Danny on Instagram. He left us a nice comment in the chat. He said, "What's up, guys?" earlier.
Yes, sir.
But yes, thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 18 of the ShutterBugs podcast. I want to thank my co-host Aiden and our guest Christopher Young.
Yes,
It has been a lot of fun.
Thank
We will
you.
see you all
Thank you guys for having
next
me.
week. Chris, thank you so much for being. Dude, you're amazing. Great guest. Awesome
Thank
job,
you.
for real. Okay, but
All right, see
until
you
next
guys
time,
later.
guys, keep taking toy pics and be good people. Have a good night, guys.
And it's ended. Good stuff.